In the shadows of Manchester, beneath the flicker of streetlights and the hum of the city, a chilling mystery haunts the water. 85 young men, all dead, all found in the same canal. And the city is asking, is this coincidence? Or is the pusher real? The canals of Manchester were built for the Industrial Revolution. Today they wind silently through the heart of the city, past clubs, bars and student housing. To many, they're part of the landscape. But to others, there's something to fear. Since 2008, dozens of men, mostly young, healthy, often students, have been pulled from these waters. And while any single case might seem like a tragic accident, together they form a pattern too strange to ignore. It often starts the same way. A night out, loud music, drinks, laughter. Friends lose sight of one another, and then silence. No calls, no texts, just a growing sense of dread. Until the body is found, submerged, lifeless, no obvious injuries. One of the earliest and most well-known cases is David Plunkett, who disappeared after attending a music event in Trafford in 2004. Though his death was ruled accidental, his parents claimed to have heard a blood-curdling scream during a call with him shortly before he vanished. His body was found in the Manchester Ship Canal. They've never believed he simply fell. Then there's Suvik Pal, a 19-year-old student from India. On New Year's Eve 2012, he was last seen smiling on CCTV, leaving a club alone. He vanished without a trace. 3 weeks later, his body was pulled from the Bridgewater Canal. No signs of trauma, no indication of how he ended up there. These aren't isolated. Dozens of similar cases have occurred. Men like Anthony Sargent, who went missing in 2015 after a night out, found dead in the canal days later. Or Benji Bolsenbroek, whose body was discovered after celebrating the birth of his child. The similarities in these cases, young, social, intoxicated, missing, drowned, are deeply unsettling. According to Professor Craig Jackson, a forensic psychologist, the sheer volume of deaths can't be easily dismissed. He says, the idea of a serial killer is not as far-fetched as it sounds. He points to behavioral patterns, geographic clustering, and timing that may suggest premeditation. Psychologically, if someone were targeting these men, they may exhibit traits of a thrill killer, someone who gains pleasure not just from killing, but from the manipulation of a city's fear. They would need to be calculating, mobile, and capable of blending in. A predator with patience. Critics argue the victims were simply drunk, vulnerable, and near water, a tragic mix. And Greater Manchester Police have repeatedly denied any evidence of foul play. They attribute the deaths to misadventure, accidents, or alcohol-related slips. But for many families, that explanation doesn't sit right. Some believe the true danger isn't just the canals, but the blind spot they represent. Once someone falls in, it's often too late. CCTV is limited. Water erases evidence. Even autopsies can struggle to pinpoint how a person entered the canal, whether they fell, jumped, or were pushed. This murkiness has led to a powerful urban myth, the Manchester Pusher, a faceless figure who lurks near the canals, striking in silence, vanishing in the dark. Local Reddit threads and true crime forums are filled with stories of people being followed, of near misses, of figures seen watching from bridges. One man told a local paper he was walking alone when he was shoved hard from behind, nearly into the water. When he turned, no one was there. He reported it to police, but with no witnesses or CCTV, nothing came of it. Could it be a real person exploiting the perfect cover? Or just a city's fear projecting meaning onto tragedy? Serial killers have hidden in plain sight before. Peter Sutcliffe, the Yorkshire Ripper, operated for years while the public doubted he existed. Some experts think we may be dealing with multiple factors: urban hazards, poor safety measures, alcohol, and, perhaps, opportunistic violence. In an environment where confusion reigns, the truth may not be a single cause. It may be layers of risk, tragedy, and inaction. But for the families left behind, these aren't statistics. They're sons, brothers, friends. Their grief is compounded by the lack of closure. One mother said, "My son was a strong swimmer. He was happy. He had plans. I don't believe he just fell." In a 2017 documentary by the BBC, a former detective admitted, "If there is a serial killer out there, he's doing something very clever. He's hiding in the one place we rarely look closely, the water." So what's really happening in Manchester's canals? Are these simply the dark consequences of nightlife and neglect? Or is someone using the city's water as a weapon, erasing their crimes in the current? As of today, there is no official pusher, no suspect, no arrests, just the cold, quiet waters of Manchester. And the question that refuses to die: is the pusher real, or is he just the shape of our fear?